you unmute and ask.
This meeting is being recorded.
that was your computer reminding you that I'm recording the Q&A part of our Beauty 101. So thank you and welcome to part 2. Joby is our facilitator. Take it away.
Thank you, Pamela. And we just had an amazing presentation, both the slide deck that was also beautiful while informative, and Pamela going through. I tried occasionally to spotlight you when you were telling us the detail of how
The
to
mom
put
wrinkles.
faces. Yeah, I did. And I where did I go? I went, like, do it again. Show me that one line you've got right there. Yeah.
Yeah. These ones right here. You see those right there? See?
No, we can't. They're
you
gone.
can't see them anymore because they're gone.
So I tried to offer that when I could. Let me see here. Let's go. We had a great active chat.
I love it. I'm going through the chat right now.
Yep. You had a comment about the rounds, using the proper rounds, not the cotton rounds. Kevin had to comment about using those with whiskers. So Kevin, maybe you could, from a men's perspective with a little more stubble on your face, maybe share how, when you were listening to Pamela, is there anything that you could offer for men using any of the skincare products?
Well, like she mentioned, putting it in your hands and putting it on your face and kind of wipe it. I kind of, my routine is I use the face wash in the shower. I come out of the shower, dry off, and the first thing I do is I put the toner on my face. So my face is kind of wet already, so it kind of helps with the movement of the toner around my face. And typically, from what I understand about toner, is it's not meant to be an additional cleaner. It's meant to be a restorer of pH levels and to calm the skin. So using it with a cotton pad is convenient, but it's not necessary.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Yes, and thank you. So that's one of the things, Kevin, people, again, and Pamela, I know Tina's on today, Michelle, folks who are a little more expert than the rest of us in this. Someone mentioned that with the toner that you could put it on your face and just use your hand. So better with whiskers, Kevin, is to go ahead and just spray it on your face a little bit versus the cotton round. Pamela, you got a lot of conversation when you talk about the serum elixir.
Mm-hmm.
And couple comments here, because you mentioned, if I remember right, putting it in your hand, doing this, and then you put it all over. Tina Malsom might have been one of our pool conversations, but said when she was on the APL Go Survivor, that some of the women from Eastern Europe gave her a little bit of a hack, and they said they put the serum in their hand, and then they'd spray 1 or 2 pumps of the 2-in-1.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
and it seemed that way it makes it a little less thick, and you can put it, in a load. It just extends it a little bit. So I'm not sure if that's like a legal hack, but I've been putting it on initially a few places, and then going back with the residue that was in my hand, hitting the 2-in-1 elixir, and then everywhere I could fit it on my body.
Right. Yeah.
I wanted to pump
everywhere. I mean, think about it too. Like, how many of us have age spots on the back of our hands or wrinkles? I mean, you can tell someone's age by looking at their hands. So let's anti-age our hands. And I know mine are definitely going away, because every time when I put my serum on, I do this and then I do this, because also this is where I tend to get my sunburns, right? So maybe that's where that one wrinkle comes from. And then I put this on, and the serum I know is just helping me repair the cell damage that I've done being out in the sun all the time.
Absolutely. And Michelle, if you could unmute, you were mentioning when Pamela was talking about the serum, great on upper lid and eyelids to reduce puffiness and sagging. That was about the serum?
Yeah, so I will do that like you do, Joby. I put the 2-in-1 with it to kind of stretch it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't do like little dabbing, like I do the serum everywhere. I feel like I have wrinkles everywhere just because I smile, because I frown, and because I'm very expressive. So I do that. But the thing about serum that people need to know is that serum needs to be encapsulated. So when you put the serum on after it's absorbed, you have to put either a mask or a moisturizer on to hold it against the skin. So it's really important when you do serum that once it's absorbed and it's not wet, either to follow it up with a mask or with a face cream, because that actually, in a good way, it traps the moisture all day long. So you get the benefit of it, not just like in that moment, but all day long. So that's really important. The other thing, Joby, is I think a lot of us have talked about microneedlers.
Yeah, I asked
So-
I asked Michelle to speak to that for a bit.
Yeah, microneedlers are fantastic pre-serum. So after you've done your toner, if you can do a microneedler, I do it on my forehead, I do it around my eyes, and I do it around my smile lines and even on my neck. I think our hands and our neck tell our age more than anything. So I do microneedling there, and then I put the serum on with the 2-in-1 mixed in. And after it dries, then I seal that. So the microneedler actually puts these little micro perforations on your skin that cause your body to naturally produce collagen to heal those little perforations. So the serum goes in, blood, like it helps the plumping and the healing of the skin, and then you trap it even more with the
Face cream
moisturizing creams.
or mask.
And so that's like my go-to. I do microneedling twice a week.
You know, that's such a helpful thing to mention, Michelle, because I don't know about many of you, but as Pamela said, I also learned once the serum goes on, you should leave it set for a bit, right? So that's when I often do something else. Kevin, you were saying you get out of the shower, you do all these steps. Once it's set, yeah, brush your teeth, Michelle, but do something. But sometimes I actually then forget to come back and put the face cream on. So now you've given me real good context as to why that last step to seal the serum in. I mean, if I'm going to spend this wonderful cash on these wonderful products, we want to get the most out of them, right? Tuesday, yeah, they're fabulous.
Mhm.
And so learning how to use them. Thank you, Michelle. That's a great bit of context for us.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
and
gonna add something to that too. Because I sometimes have forgotten to put my face cream on as I let the serum sit.
Yeah.
So I take my face cream jar and I move it off the little tray. So it's like somewhere else, you know? So I know, okay, I haven't put that on yet. Cause if I put it on,
Following
it'll
me.
be back on my tray. So
Good
that's my
call.
little
So
tip.
some kind of little hack, like how do you not lose your keys, right?
Right.
So how do we not forget to put the face cream,
Right.
the mask on?
Well, it's also good to finish with the 2-in-1 because again, who doesn't need a collagen boost? So once everything's done, you've got your moisturizing cream on, do your 2-in-1 spray and let that dry before you go to bed, because that's the last thing you're doing is you're like signaling your body. Sorry, I've got a glove on. Signaling your body to start creating and boosting your collagen levels. So if you've done microneedling and then you put the 2-in-1 on, you're basically like, you're just giving your body, your face especially, the benefit of so much natural collagen.
Thanks, Michelle. And just to be clear, we had a conversation a bit in our one of the threads that there are many different microneedling products, different products to do that with. So you can research that. And one of the things I think it was Tina D'Angelo said to folks, they were going to start gifting when you gave a person when they first became a customer to gift those. And Tina had a great idea with, you know what, maybe not right away, because just as you start to use our products, because they're nourishment, people may actually have some breakouts or aversions, right? And in reactions from your skin. So let them get used to the product first. Then maybe with that second order or 2 weeks in, a great way to check on people is to offer, again, a microneedler. Some of those things were under $10 on Amazon, right? And again, a great way to have a reason to contact our customer, see how they're doing, and then become that end cap upsell, right? And have you tried this yet? So I'm going to stay right here. Oh, go ahead, Michelle. Pardon, Michelle?
Who's used a microneedler before? Can you guys raise your hands?
I have one. It's in the box. I'm really afraid to use it.
Because microneedlers, a couple times you use them, they are going to make your skin feel a little bit awake. They're going to make it feel like mine was itchy the first time I did it. I was like, what did I just do? But you're literally just putting these teeny tiny perforations in your skin. So yeah, it's going to have a bit of a response. So Joby's right. Like if you give them skincare and you say, use this, and they've never done it and they don't know how to properly do it.
Yeah.
They might think like this skincare is like, you know, doing something
Horrible.
harmful, but it's really just in addition to it. And microneedling is something you like need to.
Like a 201
Introduce
level, right,
slowly.
Michelle? It's like
Yeah.
201 level. Like, you know, I will tell you honestly, I think I used the foaming face wash for months before I tried anything else. And then now that I've got a whole system, I'm like so happy every day to do it.
Yes.
But everyone gets to step in, and especially people, Pamela, I appreciate what you said. I was like the oil of Olay chick for, you know, the first 59 and a half years. And so if you're going to step in and spend a significantly different amount of money on a skincare product, maybe folks have to step in until they have purchased all the products. And so it's a great way to have like I called foaming face wash my entry drug, right? It's my gateway.
Your gateway drug.
My gateway skincare product. And so helping our folks step into using a few more of the products. And the wonderful thing is to realize they don't need to buy all of them every month, because Kevin, what is your face wash? Like a year and a half in, you're still using the same original bottle of that stuff.
It just dried up, and that was July of last year.
Yeah,
you go,
they
Fred.
last a long time, a really,
Yeah.
really long time.
Yep. I'm gonna hold this.
Narita had
Yep,
her
I was
hand
gonna-
up for a while. I
So I
don't
was
know.
gonna do this.
Well,
Yeah,
okay,
Hold us
I
in the
did, I
chat
just,
and then ask
yeah, I
Narita
just-
to bring her question.
I
Narita,
just
you're up.
wanted, I don't really have a question, but I love the way that the presentation went tonight, because I've got the products, I've been using them kind of wrong. They still work great, even if you use them wrong. And I do have one question. I have a girl that's an associate of mine that's got a really bad crease, like right there above her nose. I don't know what causes that real bad crease right there,
Stress,
but
wrinkles.
yeah, she called, I don't know what she called it, but boy, if she could get rid of that, she would be so happy. What would she do on that? Just, is there a
The
suggestion?
microneedler would help a lot with that. The microneedler in and the serum actually kind of fills in almost like if you were getting Botox, that's what the microneedler would do. And the serum would be like your filler that you
Filler.
would get.
Okay,
So
perfect.
it would take some time, but that would make a huge difference.
All right, thank you.
Mhm.
Thanks, Narita, for your question. Dixie, why don't you jump in and ask your question to Pamela?
I use the Jade Roller, and that's
Yeah.
a little gentler. So my next step would be the microneedler, but I've used the Jade Roller for quite a while.
And because that was a great conversation, Dixie, Michelle, or Pamela, someone who's used a Jade Roller, could you explain the difference in the two?
I have had it done to me. So the Jade Roller is smooth. It
Mhm.
doesn't have needles. It doesn't prick. It doesn't perforate the skin, as Michelle said. And I believe when you use it, it's cold. Is that correct, Dixie?
Yes.
And I'm not
Yes.
sure what the logic or reasoning behind that is. I just know that it's supposed to help. Again, I'm not the trained esthetician. I am just a 48-year-old user of great skincare.
It does bring the blood to the surface of the skin, which
Okay.
is circulation. So,
Right.
It's
Perfect.
cold. The capillaries shrink when you put cold on your skin, so it reduces puffiness.
mhm.
There you go. I knew there would be.
And in the summer here in Las Vegas, that's really
Oh.
nice.
I bet
Yeah.
it's refreshing.
It just feels fantastic, right, Dixie?
Yes.
Thank you. Pamela, you started a flurry of conversation in the chat when we talked about you used the back side of your nail, which is
Mhm.
great news. And then everyone is finally noticing that the little spatulas have begun to come. Now, I'm not sure if I'm wrong or I just noticed them finally, but initially I'm not sure the spatulas were in. And now every cream I've gotten of late, the eye cream, the face cream, the mask, and the décolleté cream, all have this cute little spatula tucked into the box. So don't miss it. It's clear. Pamela, they're gone. So what do you think about that, Pamela, about using that? I know when people do, when we do events, right? And it's a great way to use the spatula to give somebody a sample, right? If you're going to be sampling and you don't want
Mhm.
loads of people's fingers or your fingers on people's faces, you know, so it's a nice way to do it that way.
Yeah, I think I think these are great. Again, my only caveat is make sure they're clean, you know, like
Yeah.
don't leave products sitting out, because any product that sits out, like if you don't wipe it all off, is
Yeah.
going to collect bacteria because it's going to be exposed to the air, which is why we have those plastic little lids, right? So I think they're great. Just make sure they're clean when you use them. Same way, you know, like I never putting my hands in my product if my hands are not clean. Never.
Well,
Right,
and they
that
still,
one.
s-
Go
they
ahead,
still
Dixie.
say that we shouldn't put our hands in the product anyway, because we never know the bacteria. I used to sell Jafra many, many years ago, and they always had spatulas, and we were never, ever supposed to put our hand in the product, or our fingers, I should say. So that's a good practice to get used to. And you can take a little bit of alcohol, like a pad, on a pad, and wipe them off after, or just soap it in water.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Great. Thanks, Dixie.
And again, same thing, Pamela, appreciate the little silver, your little hack. I do the same thing for putting the little plastic cap
Yeah.
upside down at the top.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, you can put it just back on it once and screw the hard
Mhm.
cap on there.
Because then
So-
I'm not even touching the plastic thing at all. The
Right.
only one that it doesn't work on for me is the eye cream. I think because it's so sealed in there. Whoops, there, well, there it went. Of course, the first time that I wanted it to do it, it did it.
Oh,
It never
okay.
worked until tonight.
All right, Brenda, I see you have a physical hand up. I'm gonna go to Deborah first, because Deborah's got her electronic hand up, and then I'll come right to you, Deborah. Brenda. Deborah, go for it.
Yeah, sorry, I'm like driving, but back on the spatula to give out to other people. What I did, because I did one with my aunt and a couple of her friends came over. So I actually went to Hobby Lobby and I picked up the plastic trays for painting. You know, those small little circular trays that have the little like indentations for your paint. And I took the little spatula and I numbered the trays 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I put inside the little circular thing, which one followed this next step. So one went into one. Yeah. So even with the what was it? The serum. I
Yep.
did the same thing with the serum. I just dropped 2 drops into that thing because that stuff goes all over the place.
Mhm.
So it's really, worked out really well. And I wasn't having to re-dip or wipe each time, because when I didn't want to put the spatula on anybody's finger again because of bacteria and everything like that.
Right.
So I thought that would work well, and it really did work really well. So that was something that was helpful.
That's a great tip, Deborah. Wow, super tip.
Thanks, Deborah. Yep.
Thank you
that's what
for
on
when
here
we're
for.
all doing our facial parties, right? Because we're all going to do that, because we're all going to get a regimen kit, because skincare industry is booming and we want to share it with everyone. And our skin is our largest organ and we want to give it nutrition. I
And all
love
those
that tip.
things. Brenda, you had a question.
No, not a question. I was just gonna say, I'm a little bit OCD. So
Mm.
after I use the little spatula, I wipe them off with the little alcohol pad. But then I have a little tiny baggie that I keep them in so that they don't get dust and things on them before I put them back in my jar again, like a little jewelry baggie.
Yeah,
So
You're so
don't, it keeps them clean and I don't have to worry about it.
perfect.
And I keep the extra ones because they do come in all of them now. I've
Yeah.
just been keeping them.
Fabulous.
I haven't, I think I've only gotten one, because seriously, my products have lasted so long. I haven't opened a new box yet. So
There you go.
No, I think they're in all the creams now, Pamela.
I
that's
think so.
good.
nice.
Okay, the next question, we had again a event hack from Michelle and I. You never throw these boxes out. You never throw these containers out. They're so good for displays because again, they're beautiful, right? People like to touch and hold stuff. And I think, Pamela, you said one of the reasons that the primary reason that the foaming face wash is in plastic is because you're using that in the shower,
In
right?
the shower.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, keeping those, keeping the boxes undamaged and all the bottles, let's see. Oh, goodness. Conversation around the mask. Yep. Fabulous. And then Pamela, some comments on your beautiful deck. So of course.
That was
And
kudos to Tina. She gave it to me and I added and edited some things. So it was a
you
team
Pamela'd
effort.
it. Thank you, Tina and Pamela
Team
for that.
effort.
And I think Tuesday said it's the white one. Tuesday, help me with that comment.
The
I don't
spatula.
understand.
The little, when she had the little spatulas up,
A little clear one, yeah?
not the clear one, the little white one. That
Oh,
one.
that's ours. Okay, there you go.
That's the one that comes with the
Okay.
packets with your
This one I
product,
got somewhere else. I don't know where I got that
the
one.
white
There you
one.
go. And
There's
thanks,
another
Tuesday.
product.
And the last thing I was gonna
That
offer
was
too is-
pre-beauty skincare product.
Right.
I wish I had it to show you, but if you go on, one of the thing when we have these beautiful samples, also for those of you, Narita, this is what I was sharing about. You were asking which of the products are in which of the ingredients from which of the products. This book, again, $5, and it is got an amazing amount of information in it. So this is also a great thing to give to your customers who are going to buy more of the product. in the sample packs, Pamela, they can't put the foaming face wash again, that
Right.
entry, that gateway product into the foaming face wash, into that, because it doesn't foam. But if you go on Amazon, you can get 15, 20 of the 1 ounce or 2 ounce, which means you could take a 5 ounce, I think the foaming face wash comes in 5.2 ounce size. You could
Mhm.
take that and create, 5 or 10 1 ounce, half ounce. Again, it's going to last a long time. Samples for people. And what I did, this is a hack from my sister, is when she put that on there, because I've had the face wash, I've traveled with it and it's come open twice.
Mm,
Once you put it in there, you can tape around the outside. And then you've got a really nice sample pack to add to your sample pack if you're giving out to people. And then you've got a great travel pack if you don't want to take the large 5.2 ouncer. Again, if we're next time we travel to Mexico,
mhm.
we all have the 1 ouncers. Let's
Yes.
see. Amazing book. Hand the book to professionals and say nothing Kevin's saying. It speaks for
Yeah.
itself. This book really, if you don't have one of these yet, it's the $5 catalog in the back office. Please, next time you're ordering for your October order or whatever, put it through. It's quite amazing. I have no more questions for you, Pamela, but
Oh.
just love. That was a fabulous presentation. And even adding all of the comments and questions, we're at 1 hour. So,
Yeah.
Brenda has one more thing to say. Brenda?
Hey, yeah, I just wanted to say something right quick. My skin is very sensitive. I am fair complected. I am a natural redhead. And so everything that I have ever tried on my face, I've either had a breakout, a splotch out, broke out with the hives. I mean, I've had big issues with, trying anything on my face. And so I just resorted to using goat's milk soap and, doing that. But now that I've gotten older and everything, and I got a sample pack and tried some of that, and it is amazing. I have not had not one type of problem issue at all. And I've been using it on a regular basis ever since I got it. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm hooked.
Yay. That's so
Because-
great, Brenda.
Yeah, like I said, I'm so fair complected and sensitive to everything. And so I'm like, is there ever going to be anything that I can use for my face to help? And so I'm like, oh, well, yeah, let's see. I done found it right now.
Yay.
Thanks,
So-
Brenda.
Yep. I'm telling you, it's the best. It is the best.
And we're at an hour, Pamela.
Yep.
I'm going to say, I think we should let these folks go on to
Yes.
whatever's next in their lives. But again, if you wouldn't mind unmuting yourself, my friends, that's one of the best hours I've spent in
Aw.
a long time.
So good.
Thanks.
Thank you, Pamela. It was
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you.
everyone. And thank you,
Thank
Joby.
you.
Signing in,
Awesome.
everybody.
That was
Michelle,
great.
Yvette.
Thank you, Joby.
Good job,
That was
Joby. You
great.
too, baby.
Great presentation.
Thank you, Debbie.